What does it mean to go with the flow but not be a pushover? Out for the walk. Ever happen to you where you get like hurt, like smash your finger or something, and you know, like, okay, I probably broke skin, or because like it was loud, it made a lot of noise, you scraped a big part of your body, your finger, your hand, whatever, and you're just there's gotta be more, but it was like nothing. It sounded more than when it was, it looked more than when it was, but really it's like, oh, and then there's other times where you barely tap it and it's like, oh, big old bruise or blood or whatever. Anyways, that's what happened right now. Thought it like, oh, I mean, that's it, probably dented the door, scraped my finger, probably blood, and it's nothing. I made a bigger deal verbally than anything that happened externally. Anyways, we're out here doing our daily walk. We do this, well, I call it a daily walk, but we don't do it on Saturday and Sunday because this park just gets packed on Saturdays and Sundays. And we like to kind of come when it's not so saturated. Anyways, let's talk about it. Here we go. Talking about going with the flow. You gotta go with the flow. You hear me say that a lot. Talking about, come on, sweetie. Go with the flow, but don't be a pushover. When we say go with the flow, we mean that you gotta go. I hope this video doesn't drag, because I do gotta pay a lot of attention to Sweet Cheeks. But at the same time, I want to deliver. It's such a beautiful fall evening. Okay, let's try it again. I'm gonna try to stay focused here. Going with the flow without being a pushover doesn't necessarily mean going with the flow that you're going to listen to the people around you, that you're going to listen to your peers, your coworkers, your friends, your parents. Oh yeah, that's an imposter. There's a lady over there who looks I don't know if you can see her. Oh, you can't see her. Looks exactly like my wife and her corgi. She's over there. Anyways, see, I'm telling you, it might be a little bit of a distracted video, but we're still gonna get through it. Going with the flow. When I say you gotta go with the flow, and you might hear me say it here on my channel a lot, is you gotta go with the flow of your conscience. That's the flow you gotta follow, not the flow of what everybody else is doing. That would be, being a follower, being a people pleaser, being someone who's just like being guided by, influenced and guided by their peers. You definitely don't want to do that. What you do want to do, though, is you want to listen to the voice of your conscience, which is the true guidance of what you need to be doing next. Once I figured out, well, first I learned it. Once I learned that was like the perfect guide, the voice of my conscience, and I tried it, and it gave me the best results that I've ever gotten in my life. And I used to listen to everybody. I used to listen to the grown-ups when I was a kid. I used to listen to the teachers. I used to listen to the adults. I used to listen even to like anybody who I felt, cared about me. As I got older, and there was never a transition. There was never like, hey, listen, no one ever told me, listen to your conscience. I didn't know anything about that. Nothing at all. It was always just like, well, do the best choice.
Watch out for like mushrooms.
Oh, okay, cool. Got the mushroom call right now. Make the best choice. Make an educated choice. Make what you think. But the thing about it, though, is like I would listen to myself. And anything that would benefit me, which is cool. But usually, more times than not, it was based on instant gratification. What's going to bring happiness and joy? Mainly, what's going to bring happiness and joy the quickest, the fastest, the closest to instant. Maybe it's not going to be instant, but at least it's going to make me feel good right now that I'm going in that direction. And it's probably going to take a little bit till I get the result that I'm hoping and wishing for. But ultimately, I feel good right now because I'm starting that chase. 44 years later, I hear about listening to your conscience. I listen to it. My arm's starting to get tired. I listen to it, and I start getting like whoa, results that I never thought I would get. Yeah, do the exercise every day. Okay. Yeah, start tracking your food. Okay. Oh, starting to lose weight. Oh, but I feel great. More than anything, I feel wonderful. I feel positive. I feel good about myself. Like confidence. It's confidence. Start feeling confidence. Start gaining discipline. A little bit later, it's like, oh my goodness, I am. My abs are showing. Like, what? My abs? I've never had my abs appear, ever. I'm gonna put you down for just a second because I gotta clean this up. Let's see, where can I put you? I'm just gonna sit you down. Hold on, sweet cheeks. I'll sit you down right here. All right, well, I'm using one of these so you could probably imagine what's going down. I could have easily just said, well, okay, I'm recording today, so I'm gonna just take off and not, but I can't. That's the call of my conscience. My conscience is telling me, you better pick it up. It's the right thing to do. So I do. We're good to go. So, back to listening to my conscience. And in just a short period of time, here's like my abs start appearing, something that I've never seen in my life. I've never met my abs till recently. I got a confidence that I've never had before in my life. I've had courage, but not confidence. And discipline. I gained discipline, and that discipline now I'm like using across the board. I'm using my discipline for my relationships, for being a pet parent, being a better neighbor, like a bunch of stuff. And this all happened based on what? Going with the flow of my conscience. Going with the flow of listening to my conscience. So, I mean, I think everybody at one point has heard that term, like go with the flow. But like a lot of stuff, I remix it to where it works in my favor. Such as this one, go with the flow of your conscience. Your conscience is there. And it's all one conscience. We just hear it different. We get different instructions. It's never been, I've never had like no doubt. It's always like, well, I wonder if it's going to work. Well, I wonder if this is going to happen. Well, I wonder if, there was always a wonder. There was always a percentage of just based on, well, maybe, you know, and I don't know if that's even could be considered like phony faith. You got faith it'll work? Yeah. I also know that if it, you know, does it, because it may not, you know, the doubt. I have faith that that's what was supposed to happen. Now, when it's based on going with the flow of my conscience and listening to my conscience, I know that whatever the outcome is the perfect outcome. It's supposed to happen. So, but it didn't work. Like, well, that's perception. Like, you think it didn't work. Someone may think it didn't work, but I think it happened the way exactly it was supposed to happen. Because there's a bigger plan. There's a greater plan to this. Beyond me. I wanted that to happen. I wanted it to happen in this way. That's why I kind of planned for it. That's how I kind of put it together that way. That was the goal. But it didn't. Okay. I'm going with the flow of my conscience, knowing that that's how it was supposed to happen. So not working out is okay. I mean, there again, if you're looking at it as it didn't work out, I'd probably look at it now as it worked out different than what I expected. That's not what I expected. You could even go as far as to say that's not really what I wanted, but I'm going with the flow. And I know that's what was supposed to happen. A lot of people may think, like even me in some point in my life, I thought going with the flow was like, oh, you're just a pushover. You're just, whatever everybody says, whatever the crowd says, that's what you're doing. And that's not the case. Going with the flow of your conscience is different. Because sometimes the reason why I started using it is sometimes it just seems weird. It's like, really? You want me to do that? I've done that before. You want me to do that next? Like, but I thought, like, that makes no sense. Once you do this enough, and you know that there's like perfect guidance coming from your conscience, you start not even questioning it. Sometimes you even giggle. It's like, okay, you want me to do that? Let's go. And then you'll see that after 3 or 4 things that happen, or 3 or 4 days, or 3 or 4 weeks, or whatever, you'll see and understand, like, oh, that's why you wanted me to do that. That's why that needed to happen. That's why I needed to take those steps. And I know it could even, for someone that's never made the attempt to listen to their conscience or understand how this works, once you start getting a little too deep into it, it could start sounding a little like, oh, okay, you're tripping, bro. Like, you're talking like ghosts and voices and stuff. And like, no, that's not the case. That's definitely farthest thing. It's just your conscience. Your conscience is like, everybody has it. You just have it you can have it at a very like beginning level. You've never listened to it. You don't pay attention to it. You may not even think it's there. It's that voice inside that tells you, like, you shouldn't do that. And typically we do it anyways because the self wants to do it, because it's fun, because it's exciting, because like it'll give us that instant gratification. And then we feel regret sometimes a long time later. Shit, I've had some stuff that I did in the past that I like, oh my gosh, I kind of like still feel regret. Like, damn. And that's, that's the punishment, that feeling of regret where you feel so bad for doing those things or saying those things, or it's still like, gives me a knot in my throat. That's all regret, and that's coming from my conscience. My conscience is punishing me. I'm being punished by feeling regret, and reminding me of, you shouldn't have done that. You feel that you shouldn't have done that because you shouldn't, because I told you not to, but you did it anyways. Whatever reason, you could justify it. No, I didn't have any confidence. I didn't have any self-love. I did that in order to compensate. It doesn't matter. I told you not to do it, and you still did it, which is why I feel the regret. Okay, that regret, if you've ever felt regret, that's a feeling you get from your conscience for not listening. When you listen to your conscience, you feel good. You don't feel any regret. You do what you're told, and it guides you right along. You should be exercising. That's your conscience. Listen to that guy who's telling you to wake up early and track your food. That's your conscience. It may tell you, maybe not, at the time, at the current chapter you are in your life, I might be saying, hey, you know what? Do push-ups, do burpees, track your food. But your conscience is saying, hey, listen to this guy. But don't do push-ups. Go for a walk every day. And take your dog. You've never taken your dog out for a walk. Start taking your dog out for a walk every day. You and your dog start going for a walk every day. And he says, track your food. Before you even get to the whole tracking your food, what you need to do is just stop drinking so much soda and start drinking water instead. That could be the current state that you should be in, and that's your conscience telling you. Nah, but this guy's saying, we need to track my food, and I need to do, burpees and push-ups and leg lifts, and that's what you're supposed to be hearing from me. But the ultimate guidance, the going with the flow, comes from your conscience. This is hit in some type of way. what I talk about here, what other channels like me talk about is like, yeah, exercise, diet, wake up time. But your conscience, because you're supposed to listen to your conscience, that's the perfect guidance, may be telling you right now, what I need you to do is go for a walk, go buy a leash, or use the one you have. Use the red one that's in your cabinet. Start taking your dog out for a walk, which is the right thing to do. And stop drinking soda, replace it with water. That's your thing. And the wake up time, tell you what, just don't wake up late. You say you're gonna wake up at 7, don't wake up at 7:10. Stop hitting the snooze button and get up at 7. But I hear you gotta get up at, the 4 a.m. club before 5. If your conscience is telling you to get up at 7 and not get up late, listen to that. Why? Because that's going with the flow. Not listening to your conscience and listening to but the video said get up at 4:45. The video says track your food. Albert says burpees, push-ups, and leg lift. See, now you're not listening to your conscience. Now you're listening to me. I may be just the thing that triggered it. Videos like mine may be the videos that trigger you to kind of like pop up your ear and like, hey, there's something here. What's the something? Go ask your conscience. What should I do? Like literally, like ask it like that, like straight up. What should I do? This video's, there's something special here with these videos. But what should I do? And listen, it'll guide you. Maybe it wants you to do something basic like that. Take your dog out for a walk. You go for a walk. Start drinking water instead of soda. That's your square one. And then continue to listen to your conscience and may change it up a little bit. Certain things are going to happen. See, that's the whole going with the flow part. There may be something along the way that you'll learn, that you'll see during that walk. I don't want to give any suggestions or anything, because then you might think that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the gym. I'm looking for that sign. No. I can't tell you that part. I don't want to tell you anything, because I don't want you to think that that's what it is. What I do want you to do, though, is listen to your conscience to tell you, what should I do next? I know there's better for me. I know I'm hearing all this stuff. I'm seeing these videos. I like what this guy's talking about. But going with the flow is where the magic is. Going with the flow, what everybody else is doing, or whatever's trending at the time. No. Go with the flow of your conscience. Your conscience is the guide to the perfect next step, and the next step, and the next step. And my step right now is to say see you later. So I'm going to keep on walking here. And I swear I can't feel my arm no more. I'm holding this camera. So listen to your conscience. Go with the flow. Go with the flow of your conscience. It's giving you... She wants to come up. Say hi. It's giving you a step-by-step play of what you should be doing next. Moment by moment. Day by day. Catch you in the next one.